Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for mid-April 2024. We're going to jump right in here, Capricorn. Here you go. You have the self-made card. It says, you will become successful or rich by your own efforts. Sometimes you must be obsessed in order to be successful. You have this mistakes card. It says, mistakes will be made, but you'll learn from them. As I always say, I think that, Mercury retrograde is always an amazing time for making mistakes because you make mistakes and you're able to correct them much faster. I myself, I launched my startup during Mercury retrograde on purpose. Yes, there have been a bunch of mistakes and issues that have popped up, but again, I know that I'll be able to fix them much faster during this time. So, I'm living proof. I do not believe in do as I say, right? I hate when people say do as I say, not as I do. I actually do these things. So I would encourage you, if you're thinking about doing something, launching something, putting something out into the world, I would do it because I think that even if it's a mistake, it doesn't matter. You're going to learn from it a lot faster because it's Mercury retrograde. So there you go. But, rich or successful by your own efforts. I love it. You have the King of Swords as your current general energies. I think you're trying to get a read on a situation is what I get here. Could be a person, doesn't have to be, could be anything. I literally feel this could be you trying to read. And you have the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. This could be a work situation, a business situation. So take it how it resonates. But I think you're trying to get clarity on how a situation could turn out. And this is something that, maybe you haven't started yet or whatever. And part of me feels like the King of Swords is saying, well, you can't really know the future. Nobody does know the future. And what I would say here is that sometimes I think, the King of Swords has a lot of knowledge and wisdom. So I think it's basically the universe is saying, well, you can't know how something is going to turn out until you bring it down to earth, basically, until you start working on it. So I feel this King of Swords is almost saying, get to work on something that you can't maybe necessarily get a read on. It's funny because I just noticed as well that you end with this card that says, be bold, make the first move. So again, I kind of feel it's more of that energy that's saying, if you're thinking about launching a business, if you're thinking about, talking to a person, if you're thinking about getting a new job or asking for a raise or a promotion, it's you're going to have to make the move here. Your crossing energy is the Ace of Pentacles. I kind of feel, the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you, Capricorn. And I really do feel there's a big opportunity in front of you, and it could be for anything. And, I think that you should make a move towards a big opportunity because it will change your life. I do feel like some of you are being presented with an opportunity in work or business. Your boss is we want to give you a raise, or we want you to do this or that or the other thing. And I think that it will definitely be worth it. I also feel some weird messages here about money just in general. It's there's something here about maybe you feel like you missed out on something financially. But I really don't think you did. And I feel like there's a better opportunity coming is what this is saying. So maybe, I don't know. I really can't clarify the message. I'm not getting any more. I wish I was. But maybe we will when we clarify the message. But, I don't claim to know everything. And, I would never trust any intuitive that claims to know every single little answer. But, what I would say here is that, it's almost like I feel that some of you feel like you missed out on an opportunity to improve your finances, but there's something better coming. Next, in the area of your thoughts, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is, I'm hearing are you ready or something. So it's are you ready here, Capricorn? And I feel like you are ready. You have this Three of Pentacles and these Six Pentacles over here. I always say that the reason she has three over here is because those Three Pentacles are what she's willing to give to any situation that enters into her life. And those Pentacles don't have to be money. They could be time, effort, attention, pretty much anything, any type of energy that she has. And she always keeps Six Pentacles for herself. So, the whole point of the card is that she is keeping enough for herself, so she's always fulfilled because you can't give from empty cups, right? And she is willing to give Three Pentacles to anything. I think you're very focused at this time as well. The Nine of Pentacles, she has this falcon right here. And the falcon kind of represents the fact that she is training her focus, and she is learning how to focus. And some of you literally could be doing that. You literally could be developing daily routines and things like that, or trying new things so that you can work more, so that you are more focused. Maybe you're turning off social media or something like that. It's definitely popping into my head. But for the most part, I feel you're having a little bit of a glow up here, or you have that self-made card. I think that, I always say that, Capricorn is known for aging aging in reverse, right? It's like most Capricorns, they start out as like little old people, and then they kind of get younger as they get older. And, again, so, I think some of you are kind of experiencing that. People could be saying that to you as well. I'm getting off that Nine of Pentacles. Like, I really do feel, I don't know that I would call this a glow up, but I do feel that you are maybe glowing. It's like you're standing out more, getting more attention. I think you're starting to notice it as well. In the area of your foundation, you have the Death card. So pretty good. Personally, I love the Death card. I think the Death card's a great card. It can represent a transformation. The King is dead on the Death card, which kind of represents the death of establishment. I always say the cusp of, Capricorn and Aquarius is the death of establishment. And we have Pluto, which is death, crossing the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. This has happened several times. So it wouldn't surprise me if over the past few years, if you have experienced certain things that were established in your life dying, relationships, businesses, careers, anything that has been established in your life. The good news is I feel that this has not all been for nothing. I think that this has been for something. And now you have learned from all these transformations that you've undergone. Even if we go up here, we go to the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands can be a card of freedom or setting yourself free, but it can represent marriage. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I kind of feel really that this is really talking about freedom. I think that for a lot of you Capricorns, even over the next few years, I think that you're going to feel like you have more freedom, more financial freedom, more more freedom to express yourself, whatever it is. And I think it's because of like all the things that you have learned. In your past, you have the Five of Pentacles, which is the card of poverty. You have this card that says poverty on it. That's why I'm saying this. So I do feel that, and this is the energy that you're moving past. Now, poverty does not have to be financial. We can be spiritually in poverty. We can be in love. We can be in poverty, right? Pretty much anything. And I kind of just feel that's what this is talking about. It's more, I think that it's saying that you're coming off a period of time where you have been feeling a lack of something. The trick with the Five of Pentacles is to not call attention to your weaknesses. So I say we have to double down on our strengths with the Five of Pentacles, and that's how we get out of the Five of Pentacles energy. So I think that a lot of you have learned to do that. I also feel like you're letting go of something. No one talks about this, but there's an anchor right here. This is an anchor in the window with those Five Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles can sometimes say that you're trapped to something, or that you have been trapped to something that has been keeping you poor. And I don't think this is like literally poor, right? I think that for some of you, this could be in love. Like maybe you were trapped to a person, and that's the person that was anchoring you to something. And it's almost like I feel the reading is saying you have learned that, and you are setting yourself free, like I said, with the Four of Wands. So pretty good reading so far. You have this house card. It says real estate, security, stability, roots, and family. Then you have a complete opposite, which says poverty on it. It's funny that that there's this like big house, and then there's a chalk drawing of a house around that like little girl there, or something's going on there. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you've had these dreams. It's like if you look at those cards, she's like looking at that big house, and it's almost like she's in a fake house and praying for something. I actually feel strangely positive about this. Like I feel like no matter what your circumstances have been, I think that you are always mostly like 51% positive, right? I think it's impossible to be perfectly positive, right? And I also think that as a person, I changed my life with positive thinking, so I'm a big fan of positive thinking. But I also think I also see the side of positive thinking that is total BS, right? It's like no one can be positive 100% of the time, number one. Number two, it's like everybody knows that they should think more positively, but it's like it's like most people don't do it. It's not the easiest advice. But, I kind of feel here that you've always been imagining or visualizing something. And it's like you're about to get it is what I feel the reading is saying. In the area of your very near future, you have the Three of Pentacles, major improvements coming in right away. So I feel that there are improvements. If you're worried about money or worried about the direction of money, I think there are improvements coming in for you. This could be through the help of other people. So I think that for a lot of you, you could be, if there are opportunities to team up with other people, or work together with other people, or join other, community that could help you, then I think, you should definitely do that. I also feel that you could be being recognized for your work. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. He's done a good job building those Three Pentacles, and these people right here are recognizing him for the work that he has done. and love it. So I feel like you are being recognized. You have this Uranus card and this Mercury card. It says messages on it. Uranus card says change on it. We are in a time of great change. We have the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction as well. So, I think for a lot of you that, this could be bringing a big change. It is the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is happening in Taurus. And so, that's an earth sign. The earth signs trine you. All earth signs trine each other. So you're basically being trined by that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. And again, this could be bringing blessings, but it's probably blessings that are going to require a change. I've been talking about freedom for, I don't know, like since 2016, like people needing to find ways to set themselves free from mental prisons or anything that's been keeping them stuck. So literally I've been talking about this for, almost... forever, almost 10 years. I can't believe it. But I've been talking about this for a long ass time. Back in 2016, when Saturn was in Capricorn, I started telling people you need to set yourself free by learning new things. You can literally just go. People always question me on this. They're like, "No, you didn't." I'm like, "Go to my lives. Go to my live tab on YouTube." I'm pointing to my computer. I have YouTube right here. Go to my live tab. Separate out the videos by oldest, and then watch the first one. Or the second one. Guaranteed. I said it in like at least one of the first 3 live videos that I did. So probably said it somewhere in there. And, so I've been talking about this forever because I think that it's super important that we all figure out something out that sets us free. This could be sets you free mentally, sets you free in your love life, like whatever it is. And yes, you're going to have to learn. In the area of the next few months, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Hard at work, being a Capricorn is what I would say here. So I think you're just doing your Capricorn work thing, and that's pretty much that, mastering your craft. The beautiful thing I would say about this reading is that I feel what's going on here is that you're finding something that works. And I think that Capricorn does really, really well when they get into a situation that is working. I know that sounds obvious, but, really, I think Capricorn, when they find something that works, they kind of like latch onto it and they don't stop putting in the work. So I kind of feel that's what's going on here. Eight of Pentacles also, again, can represent recognition because it's kind of a card of material success on the horizon. And it just basically says that you could be receiving recognition for work that you've done in the past. And so we see a lot of good cards of recognition and glowing type of energy going on here. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Nine of Wands. This is all relationships in your life, and the Nine of Wands is about like needing to open up. So if you want love or just even friendship or community or whatever, the Nine of Wands says it's like time to open up. Maybe you have been hurt in the past. He's the wounded warrior. You do have the Three of Swords as your outcome. We're going to clarify through and we're going to see what's going on here. But I have a feeling that really I feel the Three of Swords is talking about forgiving a past situation. For you, the Three of Swords is temporary as well, so it doesn't last forever. But I do feel like some of you maybe need to let go of the past to attract new connections if you want new love. I also feel that, again, some of you might need to kind of like open up to people or working together with people just in general, right? You have the Four of Wands coming up in the area of your future feelings. So this could be love, of course. If you want love, this could be a very strong connection coming in for you. I also feel this could be freedom as well. So you could be setting yourself free from something. I would focus on things that bring more freedom into your life. It's like, how can you get the same results in your life, but work less, for example, right? And so, it's like, there is, I kind of want to say something, but the message isn't clear in my head, but there's like this theory called economic mass, right? Where it's like 2 people investing money in something. Like if you invest $10 in an investment that does a 10x and I invest $1 million, it's like we're talking about in an imaginary world, right? Then you would only make $100, but I would make $10 million, right? Because, I had more economic mass. I think that we can create economic mass in energy, if that makes sense. So, I think that there are things that we can do to improve our energy, where when we invest our energy in something or we work on something, it's like we get a bigger result, a bigger bang for the buck, if that makes sense. And there's something like that popping into my head. And I think that's where true freedom is, by the way, obviously. Obviously, if you were able to invest $1 million and make $10 million overnight, obviously you would be more free, right? So, there's that. But I don't necessarily think this is just about money. I think this is kind of about everything. I think like people waste time on relationships with a person they know it's not working with. For example, we've all done it, right? So when you do that, you're kind of basically the person that has negative dollars. You have no money, right? That would be like finding out about Bitcoin when it was like 30 cents and having nothing to invest in it, right? So that's what happens when you date a bad person. But if you date a good person who like puts in the work, you're like the person with $1 million. So I kind of feel, in a weird way, that probably made no sense, what I just said. But also, I think that you are paying more attention to your economic or to your energetic mass, right? Let's put it that way. Your outcome is the Three of Swords. Three of Swords can be sadness, regrets, or just sadness, heartbreak. I feel that this is really saying you need to forgive yourself for past situations. Again, those three swords are in your own heart. So we don't have to forgive a person. We just have to forgive ourselves, or we just have to heal. And I think you could be going through healing. You have this card that says confidence is your key to success. And you have this card that says be bold, make the first move. Basically the same thing. So, I think these are both talking about you being confident and making moves towards the things that you're trying to accomplish here, Capricorn. And so I would start like making some bold moves in whatever it is you're doing. With the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords. You definitely could have dealt with like some sort of ending, but I kind of feel that there are some blessings coming in for you. He's making a symbol right here with his hand, and it's the same symbol that the Hierophant is making on his card, and it just represents blessings. So I feel that there could be blessings coming in for you with this energy. Now, with the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Sun. I literally said glowing on the Nine of Pentacles, and the Sun is needing to pay attention to your happiness, especially when it comes up in the area of your thoughts. It basically says your thoughts are guiding you towards something that's going to make you very happy. And that's kind of the feeling I get here in this reading, is that I think your thoughts are pushing you towards something that's going to make you very happy. But you need to move towards those thoughts. You need to be bold, assertive, and kind of like push it towards those things. I do think you're thinking more positively. It's funny that I said the thing about positive thinking as well, because you clearly are. With the Death card, you have the Wheel of Fortune. See, I think things are turning around for you here, Capricorn. I'm not even worried about that Three of Swords at the end. I think things are improving, getting better, all that other good stuff. So it looks really amazing to me. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups. Definitely could be someone who left you out in the cold here. Maybe someone who made you feel really bad after the connection. And I don't even think that it matters, because maybe you've learned how to pour into yourself, or you've learned how to work with your own energy. And I think you're heading towards improvements. With the Three of Pentacles, here you go. Well, there's your glow-up energy right there. You have the Empress going down to the Empress. So from that Nine of Pentacles, definitely glow-up vibe from this reading now. That kind of changes it to a definite glow-up, right? Empress is like being very abundant, increasing your abundance. I'm telling you right now, I think that your abundance is definitely going to be increasing over the next few months for sure. And I think it's because of like hard work that you've done, or things that you've invested your energy in. So I see a lot of success for you. And with the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles, definitely. I also feel that this clearly could be saying, I see a lot of recognition for the work that you do. So, if you're not, I always tell people, like, you shouldn't be watching tarot and just be like, oh, great, I'm going to get recognition. No. That's not how it works. What you should be doing is you should be looking at this and saying, oh, there's this energy of recognition. I should be trying to stand out. I should be going and asking my boss for a raise or a promotion. Again, the cards can't do anything for you. You have to be the one that works with this energy. So if I were you, Capricorn, and I basically am, I have 900 planets. Every planet and its mother is in Capricorn in my chart, no joke. And so I have a ton of Cap in my chart, and I would be doing whatever you can to get as much attention as you possibly can. Look at my channel. I have like 2 clips channels where I post all the clips that I post on this channel on those channels. I have like 3 TikTok accounts, right, where I post all the clips from this channel on there. I literally do everything that I say, right? And so I would be trying to get as much attention as you possibly can. And we're talking about positive attention here. Obviously, we're not talking about negative attention. I wouldn't be doing negative things. Again, if you notice, Pluto in Aquarius is going to expose the jokers, right? So if you do bad things, if you get attention for doing things in a bad way, then you are definitely going to be exposed. That's why we need to make sure that we're doing positive things, uplifting things, good things. But I would be, if I were you, I'd be asking for a raise or promotion. If you're trying to get a job, I would, double down on the applications this week, or, for the rest of the month. It looks really, really good. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is conflict and competition. I do think you're trying to maintain your peace. in your life. So I do kind of get that feeling. And you might be wondering, I think that some of you might have your eye on love, or you might be, kind of attracting love into your life, thinking about it. But you're also maybe trying to decide if you want someone to interrupt your peace. As I say that, here we go. You have the Empress and the Emperor. So clearly you could be attracting an Emperor type person, a person you will marry into your life. So you could be attracting an Emperor. Definitely could be a fire sign. I mean, you have the Sun, Emperor, it could be any sign, general reading, but that's what stands out to me here. It could be anything. And what I would say is definitely could be marriage. So if you want love, turn that frown upside down with that Three of Swords. You have the Page of Wands here. Yeah, definitely something new. Page of Wands, it says that it's time to move forward fearlessly. So if you want love, that Page of Wands, I feel, is saying, be bold, kind of put yourself out there and make the first move. The first move doesn't mean that you have to go ask a person out, but it could mean that you have to put yourself out there. You have to, go on a date. You have to go line dancing or something, do something, right? You have this extremism card. Everybody's had this card. I would definitely be careful of anyone who, this card reminds me of that type of energy where someone rushes in and tells you something and is freaking out, but then you find out it's not true later, right? So again, if someone tells you something about oh my God, you're going to get fired or something like that, it might not be true. So, if you get some weird news from a person, I would slow down. Don't let your thoughts start racing. I would get the facts, and that's kind of what I get there. You have this Birth card. I kind of feel like you are being reborn in a lot of ways. We see the Empress here. The Empress is a card of birth. I would definitely be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant, and I feel like I shouldn't have to clarify this, but obviously if you're too old to get pregnant, or if you're not doing the activities required to get pregnant, then you're not going to get pregnant. You are not the Mother Mary, right? You are not going to have an immaculate conception. I question that story in the first place because, let's face it, she probably just didn't want to admit it to her father. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, if you have no clue what I'm talking about, ask your mom when you get older, right? But what I would say here is, again, I think that, I would be careful. And also, this could be you being reborn. You have this Secrets card. This is actually a good card. It's Venus and Scorpio, and it really represents, it just says if you don't know how to do something, or if you don't know, how to make something work in your life, learn about it. And, if you do that, if you learn the secrets, you will be successful. You have this Order card. I do see you bringing more order to your day. Didn't I say something about a daily routine or something like that? I feel like some of you are using your time wiser, or you're trying to figure out how to use your time wiser. I'm pretty sure I said something about that. I don't know, I'm losing my mind today. I was up at 3 a.m., so for no freaking reason at all. So I'm a little bit punchy here, Capricorn, but what I would say is, there's something here about you improving your daily routine or bringing more order to your day. It's going to help you big time for sure. And finally, you have this Authority card. I think that it would be an amazing time for you to try to become some authority. So if you want to step up into an authority position, authority role, if you want to get a job that will lead to authority, if you want to date an authority or something like that, I think it's just a good time for authority for you, Capricorn. But this looks freaking amazing. I love this reading. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.